Have you ever stopped to wonder why some of the most advanced technology on the planet can also feel unbelievably slow? Well, that's the paradox we're diving into today. AI's big speed problem and why slower might actually be smarter.
You know that feeling, right? You type in your prompt, you hit enter, and then nothing. Just a blinking cursor. And you're left staring at the screen, asking yourself that one question. Is this thing actually thinking, or is it just broken?
But what if I told you that delay, that pause, isn't a bug at all? In fact, it's being deliberately engineered as one of the most important features in all of tech right now. To really get this, we have to completely reframe how we think about waiting. This is about way more than just milliseconds and loading bars. We're talking about psychology, trust, and yeah, billions of dollars. For decades, the rule in software was super simple. If it's slow, it's broken. A delay literally meant an error. But with generative AI, something funny has happened. We've started to personify that pause. We don't automatically assume it's broken, we assume it's thinking. And that one little shift changes everything. For ages, the absolute gold standard for speed in computing was something called the Dorothy threshold. Way back in 1982, researchers figured out that for a computer to feel instantaneous, it had to respond in under 400 milliseconds. Today's AI shatters that rule all the time, and yet we wait. So why are we suddenly so patient?
Well, the answer is this fascinating psychological quirk called the Lieber illusion. And it's exactly what it sounds like. It turns out we actually value a service more when we can see the effort that goes into it, even if that means we have to wait a little longer. Just think about it. Staring at a blank screen for 5 seconds? That's infuriating. But what if the screen shows you it's analyzing sources, then synthesizing findings, then drafting a response? Suddenly, you're not just waiting, you're watching it work. That builds trust, and we value the final answer more. Companies like Perplexity have pretty much built their entire user experience around this idea.
So what this all means is that product designers now have a literal playbook for our patience. If it's under 400 milliseconds, great, we're in a state of flow. But in that crucial 1 to 5 second window, showing the AI's work actually makes us trust it more. Go past 10 seconds without that feedback, though, and our brain just flips a switch and says, nope, it's broken.
Okay, but let's be super clear here. Our newfound patience has its limits. And when you cross those limits, the financial consequences are absolutely brutal.
Just look at Amazon. For every 100 milliseconds of delay, that's literally the blink of an eye, they found they lost 1% in sales. When it comes to e-commerce, speed isn't just a feature, it's the whole business. If an AI shopping assistant takes too long, that customer is gone. And things get even crazier when you're talking about voice AI. For a conversation to feel even remotely natural, the AI has to respond in under 800 milliseconds. Any longer than that, and it goes from being a helpful chat to a frustrating shouting match with a robot. Cross that line, and you hit what the industry calls dead air. A pause of just 2 seconds is long enough for a customer to get frustrated and hang up. That destroys satisfaction scores and usually means the call has to get passed to an expensive human agent anyway. So this all creates this massive dilemma for every AI company. Do you use a smaller, faster model that isn't quite as smart, or do you go for the huge, powerful model that has amazing reasoning, but is much, much slower and way more expensive to run? Honestly, this one trade-off pretty much dictates the design of every AI product we use. So how do companies get around this problem? Well, they kind of cheat. Or to be more precise, they use some really clever engineering to basically manage our perception of time. Let's pull back the curtain and look at how they create the illusion of speed. Okay, so the first secret is a metric called time to first token, or TTFT. The easiest way to think about it is like the hello test. It's just the time it takes from when you hit enter to when the very first letter or word appears on screen. As long as that happens quickly, our brain registers the whole system as being responsive, even if the full answer takes a lot longer. The second secret is time per output token, or TPOT. You can think of this as the AI's reading speed. It's how fast the rest of the words stream onto the screen after that first one. You know, that classic typewriter effect we see everywhere now. And that typewriter effect? Its psychological impact is massive. Research shows that just by streaming the text out word by word, users perceive the entire response as being 40% faster, even if the total time to get the full answer is exactly the same. It's because our brains cleverly switch from waiting mode into reading mode.
Now, to see how this all works in the real world, let's look at this knowledge app called Recall. They were facing a huge problem. Their AI summaries were just too slow, and they were losing users because of it.
So what was their solution? They moved over to specialized hardware from a company named Grok, which is designed for one thing and one thing only: insane inference speed. And the results were, well, staggering. They got a tenfold reduction in costs, and the user experience became almost instantaneous. And this is really the key to their whole story. The product went from being a passive experience, where you ask a question and just wait, to an interactive tool for exploration. Speed didn't just make the product better, it fundamentally changed what the product was.
Now, believe it or not, things are about to get a whole lot more complicated. As we move away from simple chatbots and into the world of complex AI agents that can actually do stuff for us, this latency problem gets exponentially harder.
Here's the issue. With an AI agent, every single step in a task adds its own delay. So if it takes 2 seconds to understand your request, and another 2 seconds to query a database, and another 2 to analyze that data, all of a sudden you, the user, are left waiting 8 seconds or more for just one answer.
And the data shows there's a hard limit to our patience for this stuff. For these complex, multi-step tasks, if a user is left hanging for more than 5 seconds with no feedback, they just assume the agent is broken. They give up. This 5-second wall is the new barrier that every AI company is desperately trying to break through. Which really brings us to a final, pretty fascinating question. As these AI systems get genuinely smarter and we start trusting them with more complex, high-stakes tasks, will our obsession with raw speed still matter as much? Or could it be that the ultimate feature of a truly intelligent AI is one that knows exactly when it needs to slow down, to show its work, and to earn our trust by taking its time?